Hi, and welcome to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast with everyone's favorite OBGYN, Dr. Angela Jones. Have you ever been too embarrassed or shy to ask your own doctor about your, girl parts? Well, you've come to the right place to get straight answers. Feel free to ask Dr. Angela anything women's health related. Obstetrics and gynecology? She keeps it real. Pregnancy? She's been there, done that. Menopause? She'll get you through. Young or old, Dr. Angela's got you covered, girl. Now here's Dr. Angela.
What's good, people? This is Dr. Angela, everyone's favorite OBGYN, and I would like to officially welcome you to episode 230 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. I am so in love with what I do. I can't even put it into words. I mean, I would have to be as crazy as my schedule is. But, between the website, the podcast, the blog post, this is truly a labor of love, and I so appreciate all of the words of encouragement, positive feedback, and the love that we are getting from around the world. I'm also amazed at the number of folks that are reaching out, looking for partnership. I'm just so moved, beyond moved. I don't know if I told you that we recently partnered with Astroglide, and we've got a slew of other folks that we're chatting with to see how we might be able to, collaborate and elaborate and affect positive change in the lives of women around the world. But anyway, you guys know that I'm getting questions from all over the world. And having said that, we get a ton of questions from a lot of press here in the USA. And recently, I was asked, Dr. Angela, can you please address this question? Tell us some things that happen to your body or that you experience when you stop taking your birth control. I think that this piece actually, if it hasn't already, appeared, I think it's slated to appear in the New York Times, which I'm pretty darn excited about. But anyway, the answer to that question is really easy. What happens to your body when you stop taking birth control? Probably the easiest way to respond to that is, number one, it depends on what kind of birth control you were on. And number two, it depends on why you were on birth control. Say, for instance, you were on a Mirena IUD and you pulled it out. Or if you just stop taking any form of birth control, the first thing that comes to mind is, ding, 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 I'm going into family feud mode. Top 5 answers on the board. What happens to your body when you stop taking birth control? Here we go. You could get pregnant. Hello? A lot of folks take contraception for pregnancy prevention. So if you stop taking it, you could get pregnant. With regards to types, if you're on a Mirena, you might have decreased acne. You might have heavier periods. Mirena is a great way to treat really heavy periods, and I have a lot of women that are on it, not only for contraception, but for treating their heavy periods. If you are on a Paragard IUD, your periods might actually be less painful and less heavy. Imagine that. 2 most common side effects of Paragard are heavier periods, more painful periods. With regards to something like a birth control pill, you might have a stronger sex drive. You might get more irregular, painful, heavier periods. You might be more moody. The list goes on and on and on. You might have worse acne, because why do people go on the pill? For the opposite of what I just said, to improve acne, to have lighter, more regular, less painful periods. It's one of the mainstays of treating PMDD, i.e. moodiness, around the time of your period. So in essence, it really comes down to why you were on it in the first place. The one thing that I appreciate about being on a birth control pill, and I haven't been on a pill in years, however, recently I was restarted on a pill. I put myself on it. I can do that as an OBGYN because my periods are kind of out of control. I'm sorry if that's TMI, but, we're friends here, so I can share that with you. But, you might have a decrease in breast size. I love the bigger breast size that I get taking the pill because I'm normally just an A cup, and I appreciate the nice B cup that I get when I'm on a birth control pill. So that was pretty easy, and I thought that was a great question. And as usual, to my friends in the media, whether it's hard copy, or digital, I appreciate the opportunity to chime in. As is the usual, thank you so much for tuning in to today's podcast. I appreciate you so much. If you have a question or a topic that you would like featured on the podcast, you know how to reach me, www.askdrangela.com. Everything that is Dr. Angela is there. Our YouTube channel, you can subscribe to my weekly blog. You can access me on all of our social media venues, that's Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or you can send me a question via email. We get responses via all avenues, inquiries via all avenues. So hopefully you got something out of today's podcast. In closing, I'm going to leave you with this from William Arthur Ward. And they're the 4 steps to achievement. Number 1, plan purposefully. Number 2, prepare prayerfully. Number 3, proceed positively. And number 4, pursue persistently. I like that last one, pursue persistently. Of all of my siblings, I never thought that I was the brightest, but the area that I can't be beat in is persistence and perseverance. Until next time, look better, feel better, be better. Can't wait to reconnect on episode 231 of the Ask Dr. Angela podcast.
Thank you for listening to the Ask Dr. Angela podcast. For more information on women's health and the show notes for this episode, please visit Dr. Angela at www.askdrangela.com. While you're there, don't forget to leave your own message for Dr. Angela. See you soon! All of the information provided and discussed in this podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and should not take the place of consulting a physician. This podcast is not intended to diagnose, treat, or cure any disease or illness and does not and should not replace treatment from a medical professional.